Welcome to part 1 of the Flawed TPOT Prediction. This is where the order of elimination will be shown. This is the 2 hotel, which I'm assuming is where the eliminated contestants are going to go. This will change if it ends up being somewhere different. And these are the teams as of TPOT 1. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. As we all already know, in TPOT 1, it's Death Pact again that gets put up for elimination. When one disappears, that means they're safe. The order might not exactly be right, despite the results being publicly available. Anyways, safe are Remote, Black Hole, Tree, Marker, and Fanny. The bottom 2 are Pi and Lightning. Pi was a bit of a jerk to Pen during TPOT 1, and she ignored Just Not to please for help when they were stuck in the elevator. However, Lightning didn't get much screen time at all this episode, and that would likely hurt contestants in Vote to Save. Despite this, I feel Lightning still has more fans. So in my opinion, I think that Pi will be the first to leave the battle for the power of 2. The S and Just Not both have debuters, the strongest team on Earth has extremely hated contestants, and Death Pact again just lost, so I won't put them up twice. Yet. Are You OK came first in TPOT 1, so that leaves Team 8 to be up for elimination. By the way, can I just say that I love the team logos for this season? Anyways, safe are Coiny, Donut, Pin, Saw, and Bark Bag. The bottom 2 are Gady and Needle. This is probably the most easily predictable bottom 2 out of the 6 teams. Gady doesn't have much screen time outside of a couple big moments relating to the Taco Bell arc during Late Priest with BFB. Needle's probably the least interesting on the team to most people, but fans of Bullbunch may split off to save her. That said, it would probably be close, like BFB 22 levels of close, or maybe even a tie. However, I want to say that Gady would barely edge out Needle. Gady only has to split supporters with Saw, while Needle has to split with 2, or arguably 3 characters. Let's hope that, for their sake, none of the failed debuters or Pi call her needy. Ow! Okay, let's move on. I think, at this point, now's a good time to have Are You OK lose. Safe are Pen, Golf Ball, Tennis Ball, Eraser, and Fries. The bottom 2 are Puffball and TV. Puffball will almost certainly get development. TV might too, but it's less certain. In fact, I highly doubt TV will get anything. I doubt the votes will even be close. Puffball will survive, and TV will be eliminated. Next, I think one of the teams with a debut will be put up for elimination since they've had some screen time by now. The S will be put up before Just Not though, as I feel they're the weaker team challenge-wise. I think Winter will turn out to be really popular, so they'll be the first one safe. Also safe are Clock, Yellowface, Bottle, and Cloudy. The bottom two are Rocky and Ice Cube. Both of them are quite bland, but they have quirks that make them popular, like Rocky's barfing and Ice Cube's recycling lines. Icy, however, does have some potential for development, while Rocky has little to none. This may be a bit controversial, but I think Ice Cube will survive over Rocky. To avoid putting Book at risk too soon, Death Pact again will lose another member first. Safe are Black Hole, Remote, Tree, and Fanny. The bottom two are Lightning and Marker. I could put Fanny here, but I realized that as Marker and Lightning build a friendship, they'll likely start having to split supporters, making it more difficult for either of them to survive. They're here for that reason, not because they're hated or even necessarily because they're outclassed by others, though that may be true to an extent. I think Marker will last another round, as his weird voice is appealing to many, potentially even some who dislike Lightning. This would mean that Lightning would get out here. In this episode, Just Not will lose its first member. By this point, Book will have redeemed herself, and Pillow will also have gotten development. Obviously, Book will be safe, as will Pillow. Nickel gets the third most votes. Despite having to split supporters, Price Tag and Naily also both survive. This leaves Cake and Bomby for the bottom two, probably the second most obvious bottom two behind Team 8's. Neither of them are particularly liked and don't have many fans. They might get development, but I think most of the focus with this team will be on Book and Pillow and most of the remainder on Naily and Price Tag. However, I think that Bomby at least has nostalgia going for him. After all, he's the first ever recommended character. Cake, though, has nothing going for him, so he'll leave the show early. After this episode, there will be 35 contestants remaining. I think the S will lose again this time, though. The order of safety will be largely the same as last time. Winner, Clock, Bottle, and Yellowface. The bottom two are Cloudy and Ice Cube. I think it's safe to say that if she's not eliminated by now, Ice Cube will have gotten development. Cloudy, on the other hand, probably won't get any development, and his character is fairly reliant on the Looney, who isn't in Teapot, so his vote count would suffer as long as he's on his own. I think it would suffer by enough that Ice Cube would survive another round. As a result, Cloudy would fall short and be eliminated. Part 2 gonna start with a rejoin and end with a debut, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Part 2 coming eventually. Welcome to Part 2 of the Flawed Teapot Prediction. This is the order of teams losing as of Teapot 8. This is what the 2 hotel looks like also as of Teapot 8. And these are the teams also as of Teapot 8. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. But first, I have some things I want to change. Some people pointed out that Lightning and Cloudy would probably survive over the people who they were in the bottom 2 with. So I'll make that change because I agree. Now, let's actually get started. We're starting this part off with a rejoin. And I think Are You OK will get the rejoiner. These are the 7 eliminated contestants so far. Who will be the first one to rejoin? First, let's determine who's not rejoining. TV will not rejoin. It won't be Ice Cube either, as she just got out. Also not rejoining are Cake, Pie, and Marker. The top 2 are Needle and Rocky. This was a difficult decision as none of the eliminated contestants really stand out as the one to bring back into the game. However, I think Needle has more of a chance of coming back into the game than Rocky. One more team will lose twice before the strongest team on Earth is up. And that team will be Team 8's. Safe are Pin, Coiny, Donut, and Saw. The bottom 2 are Gate. Barfbag may be a bit of a surprise as she was a common contender to win BFB pre-split. However, I don't really think she's loved enough to survive and vote to save, only not disliked enough to survive and vote to eliminate. Even though the experiment I conducted was a bit of a small sample size, it had Barfbag being eliminated. And that is why I think Gatey will survive a second elimination. I have nothing left to say here. By this time, there will be serious belief that the strongest team will be the next Black, the team that never loses. However, in this episode, the team that never loses finally does so. Safe are Snowball, Basketball, and Grassy. The rest are not as clear as this team is probably the most unpopular outside of the first 3. That said, I think a person on YouTube will have their subscriber save Eggy, so she'll be next. And finally, Robot Flower is easily the most like that of the last 3. So our bottom 2 are Belle and Foldies. It's pretty difficult for me to guess who would go out of these 2, especially since they're both likely to get development. However, Foldy used to be liked before BFB 11, while Belle was never particularly liked, so I think Foldy survives. And the hotel will have to cut a hole in the ceiling for Belle's string, or there will be some other solution, I don't know. Now that every team has lost once, we'll put up Just Not for a second time. Safe are Book, Nickel, Price Tag, and Pillow. The bottom two are Naily and Bommy. Naily's mainly here because she has to split supporters with Price Tag, while Bommy is still bland. Unlike with BFB but there is no split, I don't think Bommy's secret will really be touched on at all, as Book will probably be the main focus of the team. As a result, it wouldn't be very close. Bommy just doesn't have enough fans as it is for him to be safe over anyone besides Cake. This makes Bommy the third eliminated character in a row whose name starts with B. The S definitely stands out as a team that will lose several times before the merge. So we'll put them up for a third time. Safe are Winner, Clock, and Cloudy. Bottle and Yellowface are the bottom two this time. Yellowface is just seen as a joke character, while Bottle's seen as annoying. Both have plenty of fans, but so do their teammates. Since Yellowface is a non-object, I think Bottle will stay over him. There's nothing I have left to say here. I think after losing for the first time, it won't be long before the strongest team on Earth loses again. Safe are Basketball, Snowball, Robot Flower, and Eggy. The bottom two are Grassy and Foldy. By this time, I think the members of TSTOE in general, including Foldy, will be much more popular than they previously were, resulting in Grassy falling to the wayside. I would even go so far as to say that Foldy would survive another bottom two by outlasting him. Grassy may be one of the better characters early on in this team, but as the others improve, Grassy's vote performance will probably suffer. We've come full circle for this episode because it is now time for a debut. Whoever it is, they'll join Death Pact again, though the viewers won't know this when voting, and thus won't be able to factor it into their vote. Over the course of episodes, the exiters will find their way out of the exit through the door and eventually get to where Teapot takes place. Two will see them and tell them about their show. They'll express interest in joining, so 2 puts them up for a vote. Here's how that goes. Not joining are Roboti, David, Fiery Jr., Dora, 8-Ball, Match, Stapy, and Bracelety. The top 2 are Pencil and Lai. Both of them are likely to get development during their adventure to escape the exit, and Pencil was also the first to be eliminated from BFB, all the way back in 2017. However, I think Lai would be the one who gets to join. Thanks for watching, part 3 coming eventually. While Welcome to part 3 of the Flawed TPOT Prediction. This is the order of teams being up for elimination as of TPOT 15. This is the 2 Hotel, also as of TPOT 15. And these are the teams that have 4 to 6 members left, except for Are You OK, which has 7. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. To start off with this part, we're gonna put Are You OK up next, since it's been a very long time since they last lost. Safe are golf ball, pen, puffball, fries, and tennis ball. The bottom 2 is pretty predictable, needle versus eraser. I already know who's getting out between these 2. Eraser is to split supporters with pen, but the contestants Needle would have to split with are on a different team. This allows her to survive. For Eraser's sake, let's hope that the 2 Hotel has no pentagons. In this 17th episode of Teapot, it is Just Not who will just barely not avoid an elimination this time. Safe are Book, Nickel, and Price Tag. The bottom 2 this time are Naily and Pillow. Both of them have to split supporters, Naily with Price Tag and Pillow with Book. However, I think Naily herself has more fans than Pillow does. This means that Pillow will have to enter the 2 Hotel. In the 18th episode of Teapot, it is teammates that we will make lose. Safe are Pin, Donut, and Coiny rounds out the top 3. What a pun-filled episode this is. That leaves Gady and Saw for the bottom 2. I already know who will go here though. I was already being generous with having Gady survive against Barf Bag, but against Saw, she doesn't stand a chance. Since Death Pact again just got live a few episodes ago, the next team to lose a member will be the strongest team on Earth. Safe are Snowball, Robot Flower, and Basketball. The bottom 2 are Foley and Eggy. By this point, both of them are far more alike than they used to be, but so are Basketball and Robot Flower, which is why these 2 are here. Since Lai rejoins though, I think Foley will survive, so we can potentially see why Lai and Foley hate each other so much. This would cause Eggy to fall just short of surviving this time. For the same reason as Eggy getting out over Foley, Are You Okay will get up for elimination before Death Pact again. Safe are Pen, Golf Ball, Fries, and Tennis Ball. The bottom two are Needle and Puffball. Puffball may have to split supporters with Fries. Meanwhile, Needle likely hasn't had much to do in recent episodes, and that certainly won't help her survive. I think Puffball's unique voice will allow her to survive. This means Needle has been eliminated once again. I think at least one team will get down to 3 members before the next team phase. And that team will be the S. Safe are Winner and Clock. The bottom two are Cloudy and Bottle. This is yet another obvious elimination. Cloudy clearly survives over Bottle because he has a lot more fans than her. After this, there are no contestants left on the S, with all 4 of their limbs. For the final episode of this part, we will put an end to Death Pact Again's winning streak. Safe are Remote, Black Hole, Lie, and Tree. The bottom two are Fanny and Lightning. Fanny's hatred of everything can get on many people's nerves. However, Lightning is not very interesting, but I think the loser here is quite clear. Even though it would be very close, Fanny would end up getting out here. If my guess is correct, this may be the last part before Teapot 2 releases, or at least before we get a release date. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Part 4 coming eventually. Welcome to Part 4 of the Flawed Teapot Prediction. This is the order of teams being up for elimination as of Teapot 22. This is the 2 Hotel, also as of Teapot 22. And this is the current composition of the teams. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. Teapot 23 will see the last episode of the first phase of the battle. And the last losers will be Are You Okay? Safe are Pen, Golf Ball, and Puffball. The bottom two are Tennis Ball and Fries. Both are less interesting than the others, and both also have to share votes with a teammate, Fries with Puffball and TB with GB. However, I think Tennis Ball has more fans overall. So Fries will come up just short of reaching the next team phase. Before we can continue, we need to redo the teams. We're going to combine them into 3 teams of 8. like this. I think this is a good team matchup. Now, let's move on to... we will have a rejoin, and we'll also be using the previous named teams as well, that correspond with the colors. Anyways, the rejoiner will go on the strongest team on Earth. These are the top 5 vote getters this time. Pi was the first to be eliminated, so people would probably miss her more. The others are all reasonably popular compared to the other eliminated contestants. Except for Fries and Fanny, who just got out. Which do I think will rejoin? Personally, I think Marker has the most support out of these 5. Of the 3 new teams, I think the S will be the first to lose, as Are You OK just lost a member, and the strongest team on Earth just got a new one. Safe or Remote, Black Hole, Lai, Winner, Lightning, and Clock. The bottom 2 here are Tree and Cloudy. This is a very tough decision to make. However, I think Tree would outlast Cloudy. Now, to us to make sure Cloudy doesn't escape the hotel from the top. In the next episode, Are You OK will lose this time. Safe are Pen, Book, Price Tag, Golf Ball, Naily, and Tennis Ball. The bottom 2 are Puffball and Nickel. After a redemption arc, Book becomes a fan favorite, allowing her to be safe early. Puffball experiences the same thing, but unlike Book, she would probably become more of a background character afterwards. Nickel, on the other hand, was never really prominent to begin with, so he would get into the bottom 2. But who will go? I think Puffball's unique voice will be enough to save her. This time. Nickel got up to 11 cents in worth, but now he will not go higher. At some point, a team will lose twice in a row. And that time is now. Safe are Golf Ball, Pen, Book, Price Tag, and Tennis Ball. The bottom 2 are Naily and Puffball again. Puffball's here for the same reason as last time, while Naily's here because she has to share supporters with Price Tag. Will it cause her to lose? I think it will, so Puffball stays for another day. And Naily has screwed up, despite not being a screw, for the last time. For the first time in nearly 10 episodes, the strongest team on Earth gets up for elimination and will lose a member. Save our Donut, Snowball, Coiny, Saw, Basketball, Pin, and Marker. The bottom two are Robot, Flower, and Foldy. At this point, after the development they've received, they're pretty much here because someone always falls to the bottom two, and for that reason alone. Someone has to occupy these positions. That sounds oddly philosophical, but anyways, some people will never forgive Foldy for what she did in BFB 11. It's time to fold her up and put her away like an article of clothing. Here's the final episode we're going over in this median part. And we'll leave off by putting the S up for elimination. Safe on Remote, Black Hole, Lie, Winner, and Tree may get more votes because people want to protect him from elimination after his close call last time. This leaves Clock and Lightning as our bottom two of this part. The final bottom two. Lightning would become more of a background character in more recent episodes, while Clock would have his relationship with Winner continue. I think this one's pretty obvious. Winner would be safe earlier, except that some of their fans would save Clock. So, to clarify, Lightning is eliminated in this episode. As you may expect, Part 5 will continue with the 3 teams phase. Thanks for watching. Part 5 coming eventually. Welcome to Part 5 of the Flawed TPOT Prediction. This is the team elimination order as of TPOT 29. This is the 2 hotel, and this, on the next, is the teams as of TPOT 29. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. But first, I have something I want to change. Some people pointed out that Naily would probably survive over Puffball, and I'm inclined to agree with them, so we'll put Naily back into the game. Now, let's actually get started. TPOT 30 is where we begin for today. And the strongest team on Earth will lose again since they're the only team that hasn't lost twice this phase yet. Save our Snowball, Coiny, Donut, Basketball, Pin, and Marker. The bottom two are Robot, Flower, and Saw. Robot Flower has gotten quite a bit of development by this point, but will it be enough to save her? I doubt it, since Saw is also likely to go through development, given that she's Satomi's favorite character, if I remember correctly, since she's also more popular to begin with. That means it's the end for the robotic version of the Floral Queen. I don't know what to say here right now, so we're just gonna get right into the episode by announcing that Are You OK is losing a member this time. Save our Pen, Golf Ball, Price Tag, and Tennis Ball. The bottom two are Book and Naily. Some past eliminations are quite difficult, but I know exactly who's going here. Some of Price Tag's supporters would split off to save Naily, resulting in Book's story coming to a close by being voted out for the first time ever. As you can already see, this is the last team elimination. What better way to end it off with the S losing for one last time? Staple Remote, Black Hole, Tree, and Lai. Our final bottom two of the three teams face are Clock and Winner? I think that by this point, Winner's novelty will have worn off and they will fall to the bottom two. But will they lose? Not this time, since Clock has not done much in recent episodes. Not helping is the fact that he has to share supporters with Winner. It seems that Clock's time on Teapot has run out. Now, it's time to rearrange things for the merge. There we go. All done. Now let's move on to the next episode. In addition to the merge being this episode, it's also time for the next rejoin, although debuters can also join in this one. These are the top 5 for this rejoin. Only one can or will come back into the game. Pi mainly has support due to being the first one leaving the game. Rubber Spatula is here because some people got more interested in them due to showing their personality a bit. The others still have large bases of support. Which one will come back this time, though? Pencil's been gone for even longer than Pi, so I think she will be the first one of the two to rejoin the game. I don't know what to say here. This is just the first elimination after the merge and rejoin. Anyways, the team members that go to the green section are safe, and everyone else is up for elimination. Safe are Pen, Pin, Basketball, Donut, Coiny, Naily, and Marker. The bottom two are Saw and Price Tag. Price Tag is mainly here because their supporters would switch to save Naily instead, which would hurt them. Despite this, I don't think it would be enough to make Price Tag leave. Saw just isn't cutting it for many people anymore. After this episode, we'll be left with 16 contestants, which is equal to 4 times 4. Anyways, these are the contestants who will be up for elimination. The ones not in the green area. Once again. Safer Golf Ball, Remote, Naily, Black Hole, Donut, and Lie. The bottom two this time are Tree and Winner again. The outcome here is pretty obvious, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Tree is the one that will stay in the game here. This means that Winner, ironically, loses the battle. This is the last episode we're looking at for this part, also the last one that will fit on this screen. But who's gonna be up for elimination this time? Let's find out. Okay. Safe are Black Hole, Tennis Ball, Pen, Donut, Pencil, and Basketball. Our final bottom two of this part, and of the year 2021, are the best friends, Naily and Price Tag. Frankly, this was inevitably going to happen eventually due to their splitting supporters between each other. Who's going to go, though? Naily is going to go, though. She has screwed up, despite not being a screw, for the last time. As you may expect, Part 6 will continue where we left off. I can't say more than that yet, though. Thanks for watching, Part 6 coming eventually. Welcome to Part 6 of the Flawed Teapot Prediction. This is the elimination order as of Teapot 36. This is the 2 Hotel, also as of Teapot 36. And this is what the remaining contestants are. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. But first I have some things I want to change. Some people had some opinions about the last 5 contestants to be eliminated. So I think they're still gonna be eliminated, but I'm gonna change the order that they're eliminated in to something I think is a bit more accurate. Now let's actually get started. Since this screen is so crammed, it's time for a new one. Much better. Finally, some breathing room. Now it's time to find out who's safe and who's up for elimination this time. Safe are Snowball, Pen, Remote, Black Hole, and Lie. The bottom 2 are Tree and Price Tag. Price Tag is a lot less interesting now that Naily's gone, and that's starting to catch up to her and fast. Meanwhile, Tree's here because he has to split votes 4 ways between him and the other former Death Pactors. Either could get out here, but which will stay? I think Price Tag would stay in by a BFB 22-like margin. Maybe not 1 vote, but still extremely close. This marks the end of our evergreen friend. Teapot 38 is the second episode to be discussed in this part. This, right here, is who's safe and who's up for elimination in this episode. Safe are golf ball, pen, basketball, marker, and coiny. The bottom two are price tag again and pin. Price tag is here for the same reason as before, while pin is here because she has to split supporters with coiny. That said, Pin only has to split with one other character, and she's popular enough in her own right to survive. This marks the downfall of our second debuter. I have no idea how to introduce this episode, so let's just get right into it. Now, we need to see who's safe this time. And now we'll determine who gets eliminated. Safe are pencil, pen, remote, and lie. The bottom two are black hole and donut. Both are very loved, and it's extremely difficult for me to decide who gets out here. However, I think this will be another close battle, but Black Hole will barely come out on top. Donut may have won BFB, but there is no split, but he won't be winning here. We are now 4/5 of the way through Teapot, everybody. Now, we need to see who will be up for elimination and who won't be. And this is our answer. Safe are remote, golf ball, pin, and black hole. The bottom two are coiny and tennis ball. Both of them are here because of vote splitting. However, TB got less due to less interesting than golf ball, while Coiny got less because some of his fans saved Pin this time. I ultimately feel that Coiny and Pin have more fans than GB and TB, so Coiny would be safe. So, in an unexpected twist of the usual expectation, tennis ball gets out before golf ball, instead of outlasting her. We now have 2 proper eliminations left in this part of the series. From now on, I'm going to have a danger zone instead of a safety zone. And these 6 are going to be up for elimination. Safe are remote, coiny, lie, and snowball. The bottom 2 are marker and basketball. Finally, we have an obvious elimination after all this time. By this time, basketball will have gotten a lot of development, so she'll easily survive over marker. If it were earlier on, marker would survive, but for now, it's back to the 2 hotel with him. It is now rejoin time. This is any contestant's final chance to come back into the game. These are the top 5 vote getters for the rejoin. It's all pretty obvious why they're here. Pi was the first one out, and the others are fan favorites. I think that, because she was the first one out, Pi will be the final rejoiner. Here we are at the final episode of this part. We'll be left with just 10 remaining after this. Anyways, now, here are the contestants up for elimination. Safe are Coiny, Golf Ball, and Remote. The bottom two are Lie and Basketball. I think this is another easy one to determine. At this point, Lie will be more interesting to people than Basketball, so she'll get to stay. This makes Basketball our last eliminated contestant for today. Part 7 will be the last part, as you've probably deduced by now. The top 50 comments, not including replies to other comments, will be featured at the end of it. And for once, I have a more concrete date than eventually. Thanks for watching Part 7, the finale, coming in February. Welcome to Part 7 of the Flawed Teapot Prediction. This is the elimination order as of Teapot 43. This is the 2 Hotel, also as of Teapot 43. And this is the last 10 contestants. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. But first, I have one thing I want to change. Instead of Pie, I actually think that because she's more popular, Barf Bag is going to be the one who rejoins the game. Now, let's actually get started. We are here at the beginning of the final part. It's the home stretch. But first, let's find out who's up for elimination. Those are the 5. Safe are Golf Ball, Pencil, and Coiny. The bottom 2 are Lie and Pin. Both have come very far, but who will get a single-digit placement? In my opinion, it's Pin who will get to have a single-digit placement out of these 2. Lie will have gotten plenty of time to shine by this time, but now it's time for her to go. After this, there's only 5 episodes left to cover. But first, this time only 3 can be safe. And they are Pencil, Pen, and Black Hole. Safe are Snowball, Golf Ball, Coiny, and Barf Bag. The bottom 2 are Remote and Pin. By now, people are tiring of Remote's text-to-speech voice. However, Pin's here again because she has to split supporters with Coiny. That said, I think Pin survives another bottom too. It's game over for the last of the Mechanical Minds. The number is 46. 6 minus 4 is 2. Coincidence? I think not. Anyways, let's see which 3 are safe this time. Coiny, Pin, and Barf Bag. Safe are Pen, Snowball, and Golf Ball. The bottom 2 are Pencil and Black Hole. I don't know what to say here, so I'll just get right to it. Pencil is the one who will stay in, and Black Hole is the one who will get out. This is the last part where 3 contestants will get immunity. But who are they? They are Golf Ball, Pen, and Barf Bag. The only 2 safe this time are Pin and Snowball. The bottom 2 are Pencil and Coiny. Pencil's become a fan favorite again, while Coiny has always been one, at least since PFB began. The main reason Coiny's here is because him and Pin split supporters, which I've already said. But will it cost him? To that, I answer it will not cost him, at least not yet. Pencil may be liked again, but I feel that her time is up here. As stated previously, no longer will 3 contestants win immunity. Only 1 does from now on. But who is it? Is the question. And that 1 is... Pen. Safe are Golf Ball, Snowball, and Pin. The bottom 2 are Barf Bag and Coiny. Barf Bag's here because the others are just more liked, while Coiny still has to split supporters with Pin. The difference this time, though, is that Barfy was never hated, so vote splitting matters more this time. I would say not to scroll past without saying bye to Coiny, but I used that gag in the past. At long last, it's the final episode before the finale, and the final eliminated contestant before the finale also. But who's going to be the final one to win immunity before the finale? It'll be Barf Bag, so that a rejoiner can make it to the final 4 for once. Safe are Golf Ball and Snowball. The final bottom 2 of Teapot are Pen and Pin. These 2 are massive fan favorites, but so are GB and SB, and one of them has to go, but which will be the 4th finalist? Pin will be the final of the finalists. Pen played a great game, but in the end, he fell just short. Well, we're here. We finally made it. Right here, right now, we will determine who will be the one to win the show, and choose powers. But first, who gets 4th place? Barf Bag. Once again, the Rejoiner's curse rears its ugly head. At least she made the finale. Next up is... Snowball. He's gotten so much development this season and is now easily a fan favorite, but it wasn't enough in the end. So now we're down to the last 2, Golf Ball and Pin. Both are very loved and enjoyed. In fact, Pin may be the single most character to get developed over the years, but only one of the 2 can win. Which one will? I think Pin will narrowly edge out Golf Ball, win the show, and gain 2's powers. As for what she'll do with them, who can say? Only time will tell, but for now... This marks the end of the Flawed Teapot Prediction. Thank you all for watching, including... Pin YT, Cooper Clark, Shy Guy Roblox 1, Arturo's Gaming Universe, Junie, David Hurst, Hiba A, Wahei Zehos Android, Cyano Uranus, Wency209, Cheeto Animal, Cameron Malishi, Lay Derp, Mario Plush Adventures, Metallic Objects, Nicholas the Animator, Red 12, Lunastar 24, Ninja Viking Animations, Remy Van the Berg, Fred the Total Drama Guy, Tuto Kui, Memento JC, Matt the BFDI and AGU Fan First, Sunita Diaz, Ryan G, James Richings 2, Tablet Genesis, Jackson Parker, Wesley Burrows, Mango Trees BFDI, Tablet Genesis, Pat Green, John Hunter, Thinker Tennis Ball, Mugen Vu, Ditscored, Kamani J. Lee, CJ Cool J Plays, James Richings, Wintermations, D4, Object Show and Inquisitor Master Fan, Teal Projects, TOH Noob, Terrafin vs Slam Bam, Danny's YouTube of Fun and Gaming and Stuff, Pipo Pasek, Ricardo Gallo, and Pump Plays. Thanks for watching, more content coming eventually.